Yeah, yeah. Game over, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, stretch game, bitch. That be for real. You ain't tryna drill, you ain't tryna kill. You want that bill and got you acting tough, but that ain't how you win. Ain't how you win. And I'm work for me and still get on your heel. He hit right well. Now I'm in the car, parked outside his crib. He got his cold, but that's just for show. I know he a hoe. He ain't gon' blow, bitch. I was tryna slow and I was on parole. He got a pole, but that's just for show. I know he a hoe. He ain't gon' blow, bitch. I was tryna slow and I was on parole. That boy a bitch. He shoot out the whip. Now he ain't really slide. He always miss. Just running they left.
That's why they keep on dying.
They block, I'm talking 20 times. Man, these niggas high. All the playing now, throwing bullets. I'm thinking it's mad. Got it slow, can't be moving slow. He right by the stove. He got a fro with a belly coat. Plus he with a hoe. He on his phone. Once I'm on your ass, boy, you on your own. I get him gone. It happened so fast, all he heard was boom. I'm the beat. I know I'm the shit. Bitch, get off my dick. I never miss. They think that I'm cheating. My gun got a clip. I mean a switch. I can shoot a brick and they still say I hit. I mean they hit. They caught that nigga brick and hit him in his shit.
Lojo strap, me and put one up top. You know we gon' rag, ain't no cap. She know that I'm that. Hit me in my eyes and relax. We on beef on wax. I see you outside. You showed your hand. You need to quit playing. We all know you lying. Lojo strap, me and put one up top. You know we gon' rag, ain't no cap. She know that I'm that. Hit me in my eyes and relax. We on beef on wax. I see you outside. You showed your hand. You need to quit playing. We all know you lying.
J Production.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of bullshit off yesterday, right? And I'm kind of tired of even having had a conversation with a bunch of fucking Bible thumpers trying to be nice. This is what trying to be nice leads you, right? This is what trying to be nice to niggas leads you. So now let's just get it all the way understood. It ain't just sitting around bashing your doctrine. It ain't just sitting around telling you you're a Bible thumper. You can't tell nobody shit. You can't check black women on nothing. You can't tell nobody in the black community shit because you ain't checking that fucking white man. You niggas come on here, you cry about slavery, you cry about what the white man doing, the white man, the white man, the white man, the white supremacy and the white man plus the white man with white supremacy. You do that every day. And then you think you can come back and demand respect from black women. Demand that respect from that white man. And because my platform is built on that, I know why a lot of niggas will never like me. Before you can check anybody, man, check that white man. Instead of complaining, crying, white supremacy, white supremacy, the white man. The white man, we ain't made it nowhere because the white man holding us back. That's what you niggas was taught was okay. Sorry. Invasion of the real niggas, nigga. The fuck? I don't do sit around and cry content like you niggas. So I'm sorry that this invasion exposed your fucking weakness. But it's a weakness that most of these niggas on YouTube have. See, I came here trying to tell you niggas about your fucking weaknesses. You know, so they don't get exposed like they getting exposed every day now. I'm trying to warn you niggas about how you sound. Trying to suck off every ancestor. Running behind every little moment in that Bible you can pick up. Bruh, sorry that you're dealing with a group of people that are tired of hearing excuses. Excuse after excuse after excuse. I'm sorry, that's not my content. So now you got another group of men mad. You niggas new to this, nigga. Do you know how many niggas I've been making mad for years? Because I'm telling you niggas to sit your ass down somewhere and go check that white man first. Maybe them sisters will fall in line. You know, if they saw some type of equity. Because I keep hearing about balance. I keep hearing about it being equal. But that's only so you can check them, right? That's only so you can check black women. Well, black women can say whatever they want to us. But we can't say nothing to them. We should be able to check them too. That's where y'all come from every day. Nigga, that's manosphere shit. And I tried to tell y'all yesterday. I literally tried to stop you niggas and make you under the shit you niggas doing. That is not about protecting, defending the image of black women, because y'all make it sound like we're physically protecting on YouTube. We're not physically protecting. What we're doing here is about black women's image. This is not about physical protection. And I think sometimes y'all forget that, because when you start spewing out all this shit about black women that need to change, my nigga, you don't think about that white man like that. All you do is sit around and cry about the white man and what you hope to change. Try that method with your sisters one time. Man, I wish y'all stopped. Man, I wish y'all wouldn't. Man, all y'all always. Try that shit once. Maybe it wouldn't sound so bad. Real Judah said, how many of these YouTube content creators have a prison record for shedding a white man's blood? Okay, that's not, I don't want to base, I don't want to base blackness on that. Okay, I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I got paperwork on that. That's the shit they never pull up on me. They done doxed me and showed everything except for, you know, the case with the white boys, but it is what it is. These niggas wild. But I don't think that's the determining factor of blackness or caring about it or even contesting and challenging white men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I got that shit on my record. That shit ain't nothing to be proud of. You know what I mean? Fucking up some white dudes ain't, like, that shit it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's on my record, but what would that be as a bragging point? It don't mean much to fuck up a white dude. That's my point. Like, fucking up one white boy ain't gonna make white men respect you. It's gonna take a message. It's gonna take an understanding amongst men of something we would have to do to garner that level of respect from the white man. And we don't talk about that. You more inclined to hear a nigga talk about running his pussy ass over to Africa before you hear a nigga talking about standing on something. This is my content. So it's kind of insulting when niggas think you doing it for show or you just trying to turn women against men. I don't think I can turn anybody against you. I don't believe that. I believe that there are already underlying factors at play that we need to deal with before they turn against us. And when I say turn against us, I mean, I take L's for niggas that you don't deserve for me to take your L's. I take L's for niggas every day that I shouldn't have to. But because I'm accused of something or because another man did something, I might have to take the heat for that. Now, what they want you to believe is that it's okay to jump up. That ain't me. That's every black man. You hurt by black men. Every time a black man say something, they ain't, listen. That shit doesn't help. It doesn't. Like a lot of these folks on here, they're not here with the full understanding that we are on media in front of people. People listening. People see what's going on. So you can use this we need to hold each other accountable narrative, but it's not going to work because like I was trying to tell y'all yesterday, ain't nobody been holding motherfuckers accountable before now. You can't just pop up out the bed one day and decide you're going to hold black women accountable. You know how many niggas need to be held accountable on here before we can start saying we're the men who are able to check these women? They ain't never seen none of these niggas get checked. They ain't even never seen no fucking white men get checked on here. White men get on here, do streams shitting on black men. Nobody even go to them streams and say shit. And I'm only saying this shit because I'm from a black space in YouTube where none of these niggas was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give these niggas the respect of allegedly having my back. But most of these niggas don't even know what's going on that other side of YouTube. Where you lose a channel, you lose monetization. You know what I'm saying? You lose a whole platform. You end up fighting against a whole hate group that's just mad because you like women. It's a whole nother side of YouTube that a lot of niggas from the conscious community side of YouTube, or, you know what I'm saying, I'll call it the religious side with no disrespect intended, but they're completely unaware of what the black, pro-black side of YouTube has represented for like 10 years. So when I get over here to this space, I'm telling niggas what it is. Not because I know more or this or that, but because I done been through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling Suave, like, nigga, with that motherfucking fame, nigga, cause as you gain notoriety on this motherfucker, them haters gonna come. That's just the game on here. Am I this super big time content creator? Hell no, I'm working every day. But what I need people to understand is the women listening are tired of niggas lording over them and telling them what they supposed to be doing. Now, granted, this is the first run of this in this space. I get it. All right, I got it. But the reason I'm dropping the link is because I'm tired of niggas doing this shit in front of a show or to show out. If you have a question about why I handle shit with you niggas the way I do in regard to women, the time is now. Because that's not going to change. You niggas at times sound like the manosphere. You sound like the fucking ops. And I know some of y'all don't mean to. I'm not even going to call you dumb. I'm going to call you oblivious. You're oblivious to the fact that you sound just like the last group of men that I had to kill off. I mean, they over there now. They won't say my name. They won't say a word. They still doing it. Nobody speaks on it. Niggas that's debating the age of consent. Now, when I'm doing this, I don't expect for niggas to come and say, great job, Taz. That's wonderful. I just need you to understand what I am doing, though. Like, I don't just call out Sa-Neter for the fuck of it. Nigga, I don't like fake pro-blacks. I don't like black men who come out, black men, black men, black men, black men, and then run a stream about the age of consent. That's what I do on here. You niggas ain't there to talk about that. So until you deal with some of these other issues, you might not understand the levels of venom I'm coming with. I'm not even trying to shit on niggas when I say, you don't do that. You ain't in this fight. This my lane. I ain't shitting on you, nigga. I'm trying to let you know. Motherfuckers been seeing me do this shit for 2-3 years going on now. Going on 3 fucking years, I've been doing this. And I come in this space where I'm assuming men who don't do this will be able to fall back and understand that the only reason these women the only reason a lot of these women even support me was because they got hip to the fact that, well, damn, at least somebody gonna say something. Hell, the nigga cuss. The nigga say stupid shit at times. I don't even like the nigga for real. But at least some fucking body calling these lame ass niggas out. Motherfuckers make it seem like it's some amazing shit going on. It's not. Nobody does. No more. What's good, bro?
Bro, I gotta bust your bubble, bro. It's been something I've been doing this, dog. I've been doing this since season 2. You feel me? I've been going like literally. I mean, you had niggas like Madon talking about black women was more brainwashed. You had niggas like Lex that was sitting over here talking about, you know what I'm saying, black women are worse for black men than white women. Like white women, like niggas was like before you came over here, niggas was literally sitting over here talking about white women are more compatible with black men. I was getting niggas ass for that. You had niggas sitting over here talking about on the question of abortion. Niggas was really saying that black women are the biggest murderers of black children in the United States. You feel me?
Yeah. Man,
The
this
only
video
shit, yeah, but look, and so the reason why by the time you got here, like you wasn't hearing that shit, because I was not giving niggas passes on that, bro. Like if I heard that shit, like now y'all got me fucked up. You feel me? So the niggas that was on that type of shit, they not here. They stopped coming around. Like it was even niggas that was straight up saying like niggas stop fucking with SBDL because of Damo. Cause that type of goofy ass shit, nigga, I'm not about to associate. I'm not gonna associate myself with niggas that move like that. But I'm not gonna be like fuck the league just because a goofy ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, is saying some out of pocket shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, I feel you, cause it's niggas on here that have a certain narrative and perspective that because they sit around listening to niggas that agree with them, and don't nobody push back on that shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I had whole niggas like I'm telling you, bro. When them niggas was pushing this whole, you know, I see it's the black woman that's bad for the community, and the black woman is doing this, and the black. Now y'all got us fucked up. I don't know what type of goofy ass simple niggas y'all niggas was used to being around, and then because of that, them niggas dipped. Them niggas was gone. You feel me? So it's like now it's still elements of certain perspectives. You know what I mean? And so it's shit. It pop his head up when because you here and because there's more people here that's having that conversation, it's gonna pop his head back up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got it's the reason why is because it's not like socially black men uniquely because we know that all people are socialized to be patriarchal. You know what I'm saying, in a patriarchal society, but uniquely, black men are taught fucked up things when it comes to black women. So a lot of the shit that niggas push back against, it's hard for these niggas to understand why it's a problem because it's normalized, it's socialized. They was taught this. You feel me? Like, I mean, and I ain't even trying to have no beef with psychopathias, bro. And I hate that I had to do that shit. But when the nigga tell me, when the nigga say straight up, yo, I don't like how you saying that. So every time you say that, I'm gonna say what I say. Yeah, you gotta get the fuck out of here, bro.
So
That's just
okay, so this what happened with that though, because psychopathy is gonna push back on that type of shit. He does. I had them type of arguments with him all the time. Like, I think he was unaware that you was the host though. I think that's why that went that way. I don't think he realized you the host. Wait, slow down, nigga, show some respect type shit. But I don't think it was wrong for how you handled it. But yeah, I just don't think he knew he was on your show at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's why when he came back on, I let him back on because it wasn't about being like, fuck you. You feel me? But it's just like for me though, I get agitated because it's like niggas really like demand the floor to say basic shit. Like literally saying all women don't agree or you know all women aren't a monolith is not a response to the argument that socially women are harassed and it's normalized.
Right. And we're not okay with it.
Right. We've normalized harassment and then we call it shooting our shot.
Because that's what pushing back against that sounds like. And that's why I keep telling motherfuckers we on media. If a nigga's saying, because what you were saying was spot on to the point where you have two women chime in to agree with you. So any level of pushback is almost saying, well, we should be able to do what the hell we want. And niggas don't understand. We don't people listening, bro. That's what they're gonna perceive. Even if that's not what you're saying, that's what they're gonna perceive. I've been doing this long enough to know every statement counts, nigga. Every single statement counts. So nobody's doing this shit to show a nigga up. Sometimes you sound foolish and maybe you ain't thinking we on media. You thinking we just sitting around kicking it, talking. No, nigga, people hear you. And you sound like the last group of niggas that hated women. You sound like them. It's weird, bro. Niggas don't understand that shit. Cause I've never wanted to show nobody up. I'm looking for support, nigga. I'm looking for niggas to say, yeah, bro, we ain't fucking with that. And then like niggas start pushing back against weird shit. Niggas start saying shit that don't make no sense. Nigga, I want support. I don't want to argue about this shit.
About goofy shit too. Like I was the first nigga that nigga Yara called a feminist, bro. He was like, Damo over here with that feminist liberal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's when I started telling niggas, y'all don't know what fucking feminism is, bro. Y'all not you're not actually talking about, and that's why it's like when a nigga say you don't have to get rid of your masculinity to defend women. In what ways are niggas not being masculine to defend women?
That's what I was trying to figure out, because I don't think I guess it's a way, you know what I'm saying, a nigga who would just defend women that don't deserve it or don't need it in situations where you just make up some shit. But a lot of this shit on YouTube ain't that though, because we only talking, but what I'm trying to make niggas understand is women are listening for a psychology, bro. like what Cynthia do with her content, what Wifey, Black Women's Fear, what a lot of the women doing are saying, listen to these niggas. Look at their psychology. So you can say what you want. I protect Black women, Queen, all that shit. But they listening for that next step when you ain't thinking about that fact no more that you're supposed to be on media. They're listening for when you just talking freely. And that shit don't add up, fam. It don't.
Yeah, and see what niggas don't pay attention to, you feel me? And I was just doing a workshop on this. And the crazy thing about it is, like, anybody that work in public administration, when you see, or really anybody who do workshops on shit like diversity and inclusion, the workshop that I do is on equity in government, you feel me? Like the workshop my homegirl Toya do is leadership. Like when we go out to these, like when I was just in Denver, what you always see is that in these spaces, it's mostly women, right? And it's mostly women that come to these workshops because the things that we talk about in these workshops is the shit that they understand.
Think they took you up out of here, Domo. Either took you or me. And I usually can't tell. Let me see the time moving. Yeah, it must have been you. But yeah, it's hard trying to live.
Hold on, can y'all my wife just called me.
Oh yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, so one thing that I was that I did my intro course, you know what I'm saying? So at the end we was talking about like the barriers to shit like equity. Like, cause I know you brought that shit up earlier. But the barriers to shit like equity is shit like inherent biases. You know what I'm saying? Cognitive biases, shit like microaggressions. Niggas don't understand microaggressions as much as women do because niggas are mostly responsible for it. Like when a nigga say, like when Yara saying, you know what I mean, you gotta talk to me politely, you know what I'm saying, and you know, shit like that, or sweetheart this and sweet, all of that shit is, or even hold on, let me say this. When men use like women traits and tendencies to describe other men in a derogatory fashion, that's disrespectful. That's a microaggression. It's demonizing. Like when you say it's people in the chat that are womanists, right? That's anti-woman. But taking the traits of a woman and then putting them on a man and saying, because you have these traits, because I'm putting these traits on you, I'm demeaning you, I'm using it in a derogatory fashion, that's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Like what niggas gotta understand is that understanding the issues as it pertains to gender and sexuality are much deeper than race. Race is easy. Race and racism is easy. It's blatant, it's explicit, it's right there in front of your face. It's when you start to get into the nuances of identity, like the nuances of gender, where niggas get confused. They operate off of confirmation bias. That's why Psycho was so big on, well, it's women that agree with me, because that's confirmation bias. You attach yourself to people that agree with you just so you can feel like it's right. But that's not a legitimate fucking argument. If you look at the small ways that women are spoke about, like the way niggas frame, you know what I'm saying, like what's important, even like with Bashir yesterday, like these niggas think that just because they not coming out and saying, you bitches ain't shit, you hoes need to close y'all legs, that they not being disrespectful.
Right. They could not get that. There's more to this conversation about respect than just saying names, bro.
It's much deeper than that, bro. It's much deeper than that. Like when that nigga really tried to ask me, when I asked him about the contradiction of talking about the black family and then saying that it's okay for men to have black families outside of the black family that they settle down with. And the first thing that this nigga do was ask me, was my mother a single mother? It's like, what kind of sucking, like what kind of hoe ass shit is that?
Right.
That's the type of niggas that's operating on these platforms. That just because I think that men shouldn't lie to their wives, sneak around, have other kids, that, oh, you must be raised by a single, bro. Where did you learn about relationships? Like, where did you learn how families are built or should be treated? Because we know that niggas are, like, when that nigga tried to say that it was a question of polygamy, you are a fucking liar. The nigga really tried to defend, and this is a religious man, people. This is how deep cognitive dissonance go. A religious man attempted to disguise adultery as polygamy. Nigga tried to say, well, you know, even though Martin Luther King was cheating on Coretta, when they brought it to her, she said, I don't care about what y'all bringing to me. Does that make it okay? Does that then mean that all the things that he was doing outside of his marriage, again, another religious man, does that make it okay?
Right. And
niggas is literally preaching against adultery, but you're committing adultery and justifying it as polygamy. And then even explain, it's like a lot of tropes that women have said are completely ineffective in terms of explaining what's important. One of those is the idea of a ride or die chick. That's just a woman who's willing to take a bunch of bullshit from somebody who's not going to reciprocate that same ride or die energy.
And all that's why. But Domo, now women are starting to demonize all of those terms. Women are saying, yeah, fuck that ride or die chick shit. You're stupid if you a ride or die chick. And that enters the new term they're using. Man. They want women to get away from that Coretta Scott King got cheated on and stayed thought process.
Exactly.
They want black women to get away from that Camille Cosby stood by Bill as a good talking point. Women ain't with that no more.
Bro, not only that, also well, I got a mama and I got a sister and bro, your relationship to women shouldn't dictate what you think about like women are people. Like the same way when we talk about race, it's not a question of whether you are a black man or black woman, you black. So attempting to create meaning because like, oh, well, this person I'm related to don't mean shit. You should be able to look at another person and say, nah, they shouldn't have to go through that. Like as an individual, regardless if I got sisters, regardless of all of that other shit, that's not how somebody should be treated in these spaces. And what fucked me up is that these niggas is confused why there's not a lot of women here. Niggas act stupid. This is the only place that I really be where it's just niggas. It's just niggas. And it got even more weirder when niggas got mad that we had women over here.
Right.
Y'all niggas just want to sit and agree and just what the fuck for fucking what? Let's get some fucking sisters over here. But the problem is niggas don't know how to fucking talk. Niggas don't know how to fucking be. You either flirting with them, trying to argue with them, or just straight up disrespecting them. Simple as that. And it seemed, and really, because it seemed like the only nigga, well, y'all, you know what I mean, y'all are married too, but he a old religious nigga. And they don't, I mean, because they so entrenched in, you know what I'm saying, they belief, again, cognitive dissonance makes it to where when it comes to any kind of criticism of like religious culture, they easily dismiss it, right? Like it's a lot of shit that we know about the Bible in terms of how women are supposed, like the role that women have, what women are allowed to do, and we could be like, that's problematic. But when that's a part of who you are, a part of how you built yourself, then nah, you can't sit with that. You can't criticize that. And that's a part of the problem. Like niggas need to be able to point out where in my psychology, this is where I get it wrong. And don't get it twisted. Like even a nigga like me, I'm not Like I got hella issues and I'm still working out.
Facts.
I'm too quick to say the word like bitch when referring to women way too much.
Facts. Like, bro, but listen, I know that is I'm a year and a half in of consciously trying to not to use this word, and I still use it. It
Bruh,
still comes out at times. It comes
bruh.
out in times of anger. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, that's an L I hold when I do it. I don't want to do it. But it's so entrenched into the vocabulary, into the lexicon, into the normalized everyday. I still fall short. I still fall short. And that's the thing about it. Black women ain't asking for protection or they'll bounce as soon as I fuck up, nigga. They ain't asking for perfection. They'll bounce as soon as because Taz fuck up, nigga. I don't know why motherfuckers be thinking, you know what I'm saying? Taz don't get shit by them same goddamn women. Like, I fuck up too.
But that's because they got this thing in their head that they only fuck with you just because you say all the shit that they like, because that's the only thing niggas is paying attention to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't pay attention to the disagreements. They don't pay attention to where a nigga is like, I don't really fuck with that. I mean, even when the sisters was on here yesterday, when they were saying y'all on this panel talking for women, y'all doing this, bro. Niggas need to understand if it ain't talking about you. If you know you, I wasn't up there speaking for women. I'm telling niggas what to do. So when they say that, I don't need to speak up and say, well, I ain't talking about. For what? For what? Just let them get the flow and shut the fuck up. We don't never like probably that's like we've only recently really started having sisters on the panels. For real. Yesterday when I gave the shit off to I don't think it was yesterday, or the day before yesterday. When I gave it off to it was yesterday when I got back. I gave it off to Devanya. That was the first time it was only sisters that was even hosting the panel. I mean, actually, I'll take that back. Suave and Katrina had some shit. You feel me? Suave and Katrina had some shit. But the weird thing about spaces like these, where it's really just mostly a bunch of niggas, is that niggas feel threatened when conversations about chauvinism, motherfucking, I've been forgetting words like a motherfucking recently, but chauvinism, motherfucking, patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? All of these conversations come up. These niggas can't deal with it because they operate within that logic, right? The Bible is a patriarchal book, period. That's why God is referred to as the Father. There's a purpose for that. Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these, he, quote unquote, he's given male tendencies that make it a patriarchal book. When you're talking about it's a being that's omnipotent and omniscient. How the fuck the being that represents everything got a gender? But that's what makes it a problem when niggas call these things into question, because when your spirituality has been told that men occupy a particular role and women occupy a particular role, then that's when niggas run into a brick wall. Like Yara saying shit like, well, men and women have different, like, bro, you do understand that our, like, we have varying levels of the hormones of testosterone and estrogen. But those hormones have to do with more bodily functions instead of fucking personality. How people respond to situations has to do with personality. Niggas is taking this testosterone and this biological conversation way farther than what it logically makes sense to.
Yeah.
What it like when it comes to how men and women, and especially, let me say this.
In the moment too, though, because I mean, you got the woman right there. You know what I'm saying? She's talking shit to you for trying to teach the biology shit in that moment. So it's not worth it.
Right, like in the face of it. And look, and what's crazy is that the argument that Yara was bringing was it's unbiased on both sides, or it's disingenuous on both sides. There is only one fucking side to women not being comfortable with being approached on the fucking street by strangers. It's only one fucking side. I don't. It's like there aren't two sides to racism. There aren't two sides to sexism. Period. Men have their experience. Women have their experience. That's why social location is so important, because it dictates and determines how we respond to things. Yes, as a man, I don't give a fuck about being catcalled. Yes, as a man, I don't. If I want to talk to this woman on the street, yeah. If I'm only speaking from my perspective, if I say, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing?" If I'm only speaking from my perspective, you're right. I'm not gonna have a fucking problem with it. But when I got a wife that comes home when she goes for walks or goes out for runs, and she's like, "Oh my God, like these men just make me so uncomfortable. Like I'm just all like," she don't say nothing, whatever. But and then like we don't talk about it as much, but she don't bring it up because it's frustrating for her when she's just walking down the street and a nigga in the car, "Hey, hey, hong hong, hey, little mama, that's my wife. She coming home and telling me this."
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy how a nigga will pop up and say, "Well, not all women, but in the presence of all the women, if we using the presence of all the women we in front of as a sample size, out of the 100-something people that be watching, the 30-some odd people that be in the chat, out of that sample size, the people that have a problem with it are more likely to fucking speak up." Which means that's why I called it a social phenomenon. It's a significant phenomenon in society that women argue that these things make them uncomfortable. Is it subjective? Yes. Maybe it has to do with her mood at the moment. Maybe it has to do with the fact that the nigga is ugly or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She's not attracted to him and don't really want to talk to him. Whatever, it's subjective. But at the end of the day, the fear actually doesn't come from somebody just saying something to her, but the possibility of she says no to this nigga.
Right.
So we just gonna act like women don't get aren't assaulted for turning niggas down? Out here in California, it was just a video of a nigga walking up on this on some Latina girl. She was like 16. Then niggas just started punching her in her fucking face in front of her little brother. So we just gonna ignore it. The whole issue with these things aren't just a question of I don't want to be bothered. It's a question of the safety of women. It's certain things that they gotta worry about that men fucking don't. This ain't even no simp shit. This ain't no defending shit. This is just somebody. If you just take a fucking step back and not attempt to affirm what niggas feel, there is so many stories of the violence that women endure when niggas ain't interested. Who the fuck? How do you know which man is gonna respond positively and which man is gonna respond negatively if throughout the day 100 niggas hit on you?
I mean, I appreciate you being able to say it without me saying it, because I do this in content in hopes that niggas will snap out of some of the things they don't get. So I have a great appreciation for you being able to say that and know it and understand it. It's real, bro. It's deeper than what people give it credit for.
Bro, like, cause I mean, and a part of it is, and I like I said, bro, I think debating in high school and college, for what I know, is because it forced the nigga to have to understand and forced the nigga to have to research and really pay attention to these nuances. Because when you hear the stories, right, like of the violence, like if we look at shit like Me Too, for example, we know that in most cases these social phenomena, these social events are hijacked and co-opted, and they turn into some other shit, right? Like, for example, Me Too became about taking down powerful white men who've been taking advantage of white women, right? But when it started, the idea was started amongst black women. It's another hashtag that black women started that other motherfuckers ran with. But what that hashtag was about is that when women would talk about being sexually assaulted, not just by niggas in power, because that's what it became about, to the detriment of the movement. It became about niggas in power. It became about Harvey Weinstein and Matt Lauer and motherfucking Kevin Spacey. It became about them niggas. But what it was really about, hold on, real quick. Let me say this. What it was really about was women where sexual assault has been so normalized. If one black woman specifically brought up the fact that she had been molested or sexually assaulted when she was young, somebody would always say Me Too. It was never like a singular incident, a single event, like, or you know what I'm saying, something out of the norm. The Me Too movement was about talking about how specifically against women, sexual assault and violence is normalized to where they don't even talk about it as much, but when they do talk about it, it's always a bunch of motherfuckers behind them that says me too. The only way niggas can challenge this shit is challenging what's normalized. Yeah, anybody could be like, hey, don't call our sisters bitches. Anybody could fucking say that. Don't call them hoes. That's common sense. But it's, do you go deeper to understand the ways that we are taught that treating women like that is okay? But go ahead. Somebody, who's that? That twin shit.
Yeah, it's me. So the funny part is when the Me Too movement shit happened, right? And we were trying, like me and Taz, especially Taz, bro, was trying to explain exactly what you said to motherfuckers. You know what they was worried about, bro? Now you're gonna be criminalized for trying to ask a woman out on a date at work. I was like, bro, can y'all only see past the tip of y'all penis, bro? Like that's the only thing they think about, bro. Everything is how is it gonna affect me? Like I feel you. It was a dumbass argument. They can't think past their penis, bro. And when you're trying to explain to them, bro, this is all the Me Too movement, in my opinion, encompassed everything. The catcalling, just the blatant disrespect women have to deal with, the sexual harassment, sexual assault, molestation, all of that. These motherfuckers was only worried about being criminalized for probably looking at a woman too long or trying to ask a woman out on a date at work. I said, bro, and we was trying to explain to him, it's not about that. It's not. It's about the violence that women face on a regular basis. But I think it's just a lack of compassion and empathy and understanding and wanting to actually learn, bro. A lot of these dudes, like you said, it's socialization, it's culture. It's set in their ways, bro, and they refuse to admit they're wrong. They just refuse to admit they're wrong.
Well, no, what it is an example of white or black men wanting to be white men. That's all it is. It's an example of black men wanting to be white men.
You better stop with that sentence.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. That ain't even Cynthia. That's motherfucking. That's Frantz Fanon, bro.
Well, what I'm saying, but in YouTube terms,
Oh yeah, in YouTube terms.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I'm not doing me like. I'm just talking about the YouTube terms.
No. I know. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's like that's the shit she be on. But that's what I'm saying. For them niggas to say that it's a problem that she say it. Black scholars been saying this shit. Frantz Fanon said that the white man's focus is freedom. The black man's focus is being the white man. Period. You want to be able to get away with the same shit that white men get away with.
Exactly.
Even though black men have always already been criminalized for talking to specifically white women. Specifically white women. So niggas will argue up and down that I can't even holler at her. I can't even, my nigga, you was killed for trying to holler at white, specifically trying to holler at white women. Niggas lost their lives for that shit. On top of the fact that black men also are hypersexualized as beasts, as mandingos.
Well, see, this another thing, Domo, man, and like I say, man, I've seen some hurtful moments on this motherfucker, dog, that niggas really don't understand. So, tell you about one of them that really is still stick with me to this day, bro. Watching my wife stream, they was talking about sexual assault, rape, molestation, pedophilia. My wife said, put a 1 in the chat if a man molested you as a young girl. It was so many ones that flowed through the chat, Domo. I couldn't believe it, bro. It was a hurtful moment because it wasn't a time for nobody to show out or no shit like that. These are women in a conversation amongst women, and the amount of women that said that they were sexually assaulted or raped or what, bro. It was sad, bro. It's still hurtful to think about at this moment. And so when I'm doing my content, I have to do my content with that understanding. You can't tell these women they just been traumatized. You can't tell these women they just bitter. What is she bitter for? Did a motherfucker rape her, nigga? And I don't want to get deep into them conversations every time. I'd just rather give her the respect of feeling that way if that's how she feels. Let her get her drill off, bro. It ain't at me. I didn't do it. And I know that. And I ain't got to argue with her about that. It's crazy, bro. Like, niggas act like they don't have no understanding of some of this shit. Bro, if you a strong man, you straight, everything good with you, why she can't get her shit off then? You niggas weak and broken, nigga.
Real talk, man. These dudes have a tendency to try.
You breaking up, twin.
Is
that me? Or
have a tendency to feel like they have to defend every black dude, bro. All right, hold on.
Chris Harris. You there, Chris? Did the twin get his shit together?
Nah, yeah, he getting his shit together. Chris in here. Man, and let me say this too. I don't give a fuck about how niggas feel about what the fuck I'm saying. Like, none of you niggas is putting dimes into my motherfucking pocket, nigga. Ain't none of you niggas involved with shit that I got the fuck going on. So I'm letting it be known, nigga. Y'all can draw sands in the line all you want. Cause niggas that, for real, bro, niggas that approach these conversations with women in a particular way, in terms of being dismissive, in terms of demonizing these type of discussions, do that, nigga. We could be like, listen, if this is where niggas draw the line in the sands and who's ops and who's not, I'm cool with that, bro.
Well, what I'm saying is, well, Damo, this is what and I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is where Taz draws the line in the sand with niggas. Cause like, I don't feel like they'll do it. Niggas ain't gonna draw the line in the sand. Niggas that keep on going back and forth, playing games, queen, sister, and this and that, but then on the flip side, still show no respect. And so with me, it's more like, bro, I know y'all don't even, you're gonna say you respect women. You're gonna say you love black women. You're gonna say you don't have issues with them. So why in the fuck are we going at it about this then? Why would we have to go back and forth about it if we agree on that basic topic? I don't, like I say, it's sad, bro, because I've been doing this so long. I know what I hear, and it's scary because I didn't bring my audience to watch me fight with some more niggas over their understanding of how women should be treated. We've already fought that fight. Fight that fucking fight every goddamn day with these weirdos.
Yeah, whoever said, "Can you hear me?" Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah, that's me as twin. Y'all can hear me clear?
Yeah, you
good. I hear you, bro.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, bro, these dudes, I feel like they act this way because they feel like masculinity's on the line. All black men need to be defended when we don't. Every black dude isn't on the up and up. At some point, these dudes need to just let it go, bro. If you ain't doing it and you know you're not doing it, why you need to defend every black man? Like, I don't need to defend. I'm not out here catcalling. I'm not putting my hands on nobody. I know Domo don't need to defend. I know Taz don't need to defend. Every black man don't need to defend. So I think it's a knee-jerk defensive mechanism to, oh, you talking shit about everybody. No, they talking shit about black men who do the shit.
But see, actually, that's what they're saying though. Like when we talk about something that's normalized, we talking about mostly every fucking body. We talking about a practice that's socially considered okay. You feel me? And it's only in the back rooms. You feel me? In these other places where women is like, nah, it's not. Like or not even in the back rooms. That's where those conversations get placed. Right? Motherfuckers will talk about relationships and this, that, and the third, but the conversations about about, hey, that's actually violent as fuck. Nah, that doesn't get the limelight. Right? Because, and again, even this conversation of masculinity and all that shit is white man shit. This whole concept of having to defend, you don't defend masculinity. It's a fucking concept.
Right.
It's a social fucking concept. And really, when you look at it, masculinity and femininity are actually, even in a spiritual context, are a balance. Fuck are you talking about? Like, the whole concept of even an alpha male is fallacious because that shit don't even occur in fucking nature. or I think it was a zoologist that was actually studying wolves that pointed that shit out, actually came back and said I was incorrect. In wolf culture, in they packs, there is no fucking alpha male. It's not real. I was incorrect in how I framed what I was looking at because further study shows that these people, that these male wolves that I'm calling the alphas actually occupy different roles throughout the pack. Yeah, yeah. That's where literally the term alpha male came from, a zoologist studying motherfucking wolves, and he has come out years ago came out and said that me framing it that way was actually incorrect in terms of what was going on in these packs. So anytime you hear a nigga mention being an alpha male, it's some shit that's made up. It's not real. It doesn't occur in fucking in nature. Period.
I didn't understand the pushback last night when I was listening to when we were talking about the cat calling and all that, bro. Like how hard is it to
You fucking up again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of them things like you don't want to. I don't want to frame men in a way where I'm the one making you look bad, but it plays out like that in conversation because I'm transferring what's being told to me. I'm transferring to you what's being brought to me. So as a man, I'm not even trying to speak for women. I'm trying to speak to you as a man pertaining to the things women have led me to understand. How is that compromising my masculinity? Trying to understand these women and bring it to a point where everything ain't an argument because, you feel like you're being disrespected. Like this is a two-sided conversation. Women feel like they're disrespected in every goddamn thing we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, like, watch this. You probably don't want to say that. And then you say it. So now they feel validated in their disrespect. Because like I said yesterday, man, last night, I don't know if you were still here. I don't think Verbal was here no more. But like I told him, it's gonna get to a point where she gonna just troll you. You're gonna lose with her. She don't give a fuck. Once she realizes you ain't finna talk and you finna keep talking over and you playing and all that, bro, the shit dead. She not here to capitulate, nigga. These women don't come on these platforms to co-sign that you're a man with masculinity. If anything, she coming to troll you and see how long you gonna sit there and play games and talk over. For her, you just look like a bitch because she played you. She never had no intention to talk to you in the first place. And for you, we being dishonest. No, nigga, she wanted to expose your psychology. Dumb nigga. You don't see what's going on the other side of YouTube. If you did, you wouldn't have let her play you like that yesterday. She made you look bad. And instead of understanding, you're sitting there talking over, won't let the shit go. It ain't a big deal. You done took it to science. She tell you, God damn, brother, nobody care about that. All you had to say was, okay, we'll talk. What you care about? Instead, you want to argue. You got set up, though. And instead of understanding that, bruh, they using that to expose the psychology of black men. Watch what the hell you doing, fam. Niggas don't want to hear that shit.
Hold on. Ain't not talking about quitting the league?
Well, he made an announcement that he quit, but I don't believe that shit, bro. He said he was quitting, but I mean,
Nigga, for what? Nigga, hey,
quit over.
Another one bites the dust, bro. Another one bites the dust. Listen, I mean, I hit him up. I hit him up this morning because I seen it that got hectic last night. I ain't even know he had said this because he ain't answer, so I was figuring niggas was sleeping shit. But that nigga better not quit over a fucking panel argument. Like, you better not quit over a fucking panel argument, dog. Like, that's the shit I be talking about, yo. Like, nigga, Who gives a fuck if like what niggas was? And Anonymous wasn't even the fucking. Hold on, time out. Anonymous wasn't even the fucking point, like the purpose of why niggas was getting into it in the first place.
See, he got upset because I said y'all Israelites, right? And now when we in the moment, bruh, ain't nobody trying to make sure I separate nobody. The fact of the matter is, if you want me to respect Israelites as a whole, Israelites need to check Israelites, because I don't like how you're Israelite 1 minute, then you black another. But the minutes when you're Israelite are all respectable, but then a lot of people like to shit on black. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out why in that conversation, especially, every time I hear y'all talking about the Israelite culture, it's something respectable. But when you talk about the black culture, you shitting on the women. Women need to do this. Women don't do that. Women. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound right. And so that was more so what I was trying to convey. But I was sloppy in it. You know what I'm saying? I say I didn't come up and ask it the correct way and say it the correct way. I was sloppy with it. But point still being, y'all niggas ain't showing respect to black women. Y'all show the respect to Israelite women. And we see that shit. If women ain't on y'all plan and on y'all program and do what y'all say, you don't treat them with that same love and respect. You want them to shut up. You want them to follow. You want them to listen. Okay, that's why they call them mammies. And that's what I came up to say. But then it turns into, well, that ain't what mammy mean. Nigga, that's what it mean today. Keep on ignoring the black women if you want to, but then you don't care about them like you said you did, man. Because they telling you that. Mammy is their term, not Taz's.
Yeah, I mean, but for a nigga to be like he quit in the fucking league, like, cause I'm with you in the sense that I don't watch what the fuck I say. I'm not about to frame it in a way that make that. To be honest, and again, as somebody who teaches a certain type of work,
I see y'all fellas back at it. What's up with it?
What's that,
What's
Go?
good, Go? What's good,
Yeah,
Go?
look, Go. He Taz started it before I could get to it, but you already know. But
last night. Can't wait to
the
see
one
the
thing,
playback.
the one thing that that can this nigga, yeah, the one
What
thing
up,
that
Domo? What up, Taz? What up, Goldmine?
what's up,
What
what's
up,
up? But what I was saying, the one thing that I when I do my workshops is that
up?
Can y'all
this
hear me?
nigga hear me?
Yeah, I heard it, Chris.
You don't hear Domo?
Nah.
Oh, you might.
Talk
You
back
got to go
out.
out and come back in. Go out and come back in.
Yeah. My bad, Domo.
No, you good.
He talking.
Nah. I know it's usually a nigga can't hear you when it's like that. When nigga be like, yeah, so what's up? Like, nah, nigga, yeah. But what I said was like the one thing that, you know what I'm saying, when we doing these workshops, you know what I'm saying, we got, especially with like white people, when we talking about race or talking about equity, that type of shit, is motherfuckers got to get uncomfortable. You can't sit in your comfortability and then have a conversation that challenges like the way that you've been normalized to believe shit. You can't. You gotta feel that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, hold on, wait a minute, in order for you to actually start listening. Because when niggas is able to sit and comfortably be like, yeah, you know, and have niggas be like, I understand you, I get you, and all that other shit, ain't no growth from that. Ain't no growth from that. You gotta feel outside of that, what it feel like to be outside of that comfort zone, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to relate to the people that's talking to you. That's the only way you're gonna be able to relate to the people that's, because they uncomfortable. Shit, as a black man talking to a whole bunch of white people in their government, that shit is uncomfortable. So I need y'all to be on my in where I'm at, so that this could be an equitable space. Women talking to niggas about the shit that they deal with, niggas need to feel uncomfortable to understand the uncomfortability that women feel when niggas is trying to holler at them. That's the only way this dialogue take place. I can't affirm all of how you feel if I'm challenging how you feel, if I'm saying that that's problematic in a lot of fucking ways. You don't hear me talking?
Nigga don't care about that shit, man.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm making this nigga some breakfast right now. but that's why. So that's why it's like when niggas is like, when niggas got this knee-jerk reaction, yeah, you supposed to be defensive, but you ain't supposed to stay defensive. That means you're not trying to grow. That means you ain't trying to evolve. You want to sit in the shit that you're doing. I mean, that's not me. And I'm not gonna be the nigga that's gonna help you sit there and feel comfortable.
Right.
That's not what it's
Now you
about.
fucking with me.
That ain't what it's about for me. It ain't about comfortability.
Fuck
Go ahead, Chris, man. What you got, bro?
No, I was listening yesterday. I tried to get on the panel, but y'all got a little hectic on there and shit. Was this in lieu of what Imam Bashir was talking about yesterday on that channel?
It kind of started the conversation, yeah.
Yeah, well, it started because
Alright,
he kicked me
yeah,
off.
man.
He had Solar kick me off, so I was like, yeah, all right, I got something for your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, I'm like indifferent to the whole conversation because I'm learning more about these type of arguments and perspectives. My thing is just like you should respect your woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why anybody would feel like they gotta disrespect their woman or a black woman in general. That shit played out once you cross the age of 35. If you ask me, I don't know why niggas is trying to run around with that biblical paradigm or this religious paradigm that they're over a woman when they're not. You know, when I saw the stream up the other night, yesterday, I just said, damn, why black women facing judgment? Why did you just single out black women? You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And me defending black women is not me losing masculinity. My thing is, there is no black woman, there is no black man. I don't know what's so difficult about motherfuckers understanding that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Why would you say black women are facing judgment? Why not white women? You know what I'm saying? Who've been doing way more wicked shit for longer. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get why you would say some shit like that. And, you know, to Domo's credit, I remember last year when he came on board and he was jumping on niggas for doing that shit with, who was that did that debate about ghetto gaggers, Domo? Who did that shit?
Madan fucking Komet.
I think it was,
it was Madan.
Yeah, Madan Komet. He did a debate on that shit and that had everybody upset. Like, why would you attack black women on this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, it's a real immature state of mind, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I heard that manosphere shit, and I couldn't believe it on Taz channel. I'm like, damn, is niggas really out here on this shit? At the age of consent, like, is niggas really out here on this type of shit? And I just couldn't believe it. Like, when you hear, you know, the manosphere niggas, and I just couldn't believe it when I heard it. Taz know it, because I kept saying, is this nigga serious? Like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, we arguing the age of consent today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't believe it, man. You know, so I mean, it's crazy. I mean, that shit need to be checked. And like I said, well, like, you know, niggas are saying that shit need to be put on ice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just, like I said, man, I'm mainly just listening right now. You know what I'm saying? So
I just, like I say, man, my thought is that most niggas that I'm gonna deal with, it's gonna be against that. It's not even gonna be a question. And so I know where the arguments that's made lead to a lot of times with this, you know, women, we need to be equal, we need to be hold women accountable. A lot of that shit leads, you know, to those manosphere conversations. Been in them for too long. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit is red flags. And I just don't want niggas I'm rocking with sounding like that. And if they gonna sound like that, you know, you gotta know it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is this too, right? With Israel, I don't believe that battle acts, let's say, should be silenced. I think he should be dealt with by other Israelites. I think the beef that you have with Taz for saying Israelites should transfer to people like Battle Axe, who sits in the chat room and talks shit to black women and tell them they ain't shit and they're dumb and they're not worthy of a husband. You know what I'm saying? I think if Israelites are going to sit back and watch Battle Axe do that, you can't bring me any energy about what I'm going to say about Israelites, because I'm watching people like Battle Axe. I'm having this conversation with Yara, he not getting. I've seen Israelites all over this motherfucker say weird shit. So I'm thinking about that in the moment, and there's nobody saying, okay, those are not Israelites, nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, for real, it's like, that's my brother. He an Israelite too. Okay. So you cool with that shit, cause you sure ain't checking it, but you think you can check Taz.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Like you how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel the need to pop up here to talk about, you know what I'm saying, how another nigga doing it and the niggas been MIA. Like that's what I said, bro. Like with all of that shit, like y'all niggas sit back and do and say the wildest shit. Even when, bro, again, I go back to the debate with Madonna, my nigga. Yara gotta live with the fact that he argued with me day and night that Madonna won that debate. So this don't surprise me. This don't surprise me. Like, nigga, like he broke like up and down. Madonna beat you, nigga. And again, for those that don't know, the debate season 2 was who were more brainwashed, black women or black men. No, excuse me. It wasn't even that. It was, are black women more brainwashed than black men? So it wasn't the debate wasn't either or. It was making a value statement about whether black women were more brainwashed.
Right. It was a civil
And then
war,
my
but
argument was there is no, that's how we got into a conversation about quantitative and qualitative data. There is no way to describe more brainwashed. It's different. It's unique. You know what I'm saying? And really what Madonna did was show his unique brainwashing. That's why niggas got whole reputations of hating women. Like that, niggas got whole reputations.
Niggas gonna be having patience for his people in the chat.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, why you cutting Madonna off? Like, man, you don't know.
That's what I mean, bro. Like that, like to keep it a stack, bro.
Ears.
Like it's like niggas that be on. It's certain levels to this shit. It's certain levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas been getting shunned over here for a while. If we keeping it a stack, that's and that's a large like am I lying though, Chris? I done got into it with everybody when it came to black women.
Hey, low key, that's some real shit. Like niggas don't take Madonna and Rabbi Lewis to them serious and shit. We don't take them serious. We hear them
but
niggas
the only
like, man, shut up. Next, we say it all the time.
And this ain't even a diss. And this ain't even a diss to Israelite niggas, but to keep it a stack, that's what I would always say to these niggas. Y'all literally let these niggas get away with saying some of the most ridiculous, problematic, anti-black, woman-hating shit because they Israelites. Because they Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That's and even with the bro, like this YouTube shit is a thing though, cause it's like with the whole shit with the nigga calling the nigga like whether or not Polite was our brother, whether we're like, bro, calling that like that's not a hill to die on.
And that was the point I was trying to make for him, but I don't. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not doing shit to.
Hold on, who said that?
Why the fuck would you say, yes, that's my brother? I'm trying to get you to stop arguing with me and let's meet here. I know you're not going to say Polite, your brother. I know you're not going to say Sarnetta. I don't fuck with these type niggas for real, bro. I don't do content for show. So when you sit up here and you say them your brothers, you completely miss my whole platform. You don't get nothing I do. You don't get nothing I do because for me, there has to be a division between me and him. So I can't say that's my brother. That's a nigga. That's a black man. Great. All black men ain't my motherfucking brothers, nigga.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Ain't kinfolk. Yeah, skin folk.
Can't be that blind.
Like, come on, bro. And that's what I'm saying. The heel, like, so, and to be for real, I can't even take a lot of the shit that was said with Yara yesterday seriously, because a lot of what he does, and it becomes frustrating, is that he makes remarks to prove points on panels.
Oh
Right.
yeah. He gonna choose the opposite
I
side.
don't believe cause I know
If he
Yara
don't
was
like
one of the
you.
main niggas. I
Nah,
know
Domo,
Yara
you
was
know
one of the
y'all,
main niggas.
y'all
He like
just wanted to
arguing with
argue with
Taz.
Taz.
Who the
Yeah,
fuck
he
to
just
argue?
wanted to argue with Taz yesterday. That's all that was.
Yeah, you just want to fucking argue, bro. You just want to argue, and the
And
problem
that's
with
why
that
it's
is
like
who's
that's the
watching though. You
and
know what I'm
that's the
saying?
point. It's like it's like what's coming out of that though, bro. It's like y'all, you
At
don't
what
have to
risk
do
though?
that. Like you don't have to do that. Nobody here thinks that you sympathetic or polite. Nobody here think you've been lenient on polite. Nobody here thinks you know what I'm saying, tried to cut for polite in any way. So saying this, he's your brother shit,
That's you cutting for
it has
him.
no meaning. It means nothing in the larger context. If Yara says that if Taz says that he does, or if Taz says that he doesn't, the only significant thing that come out of that is somebody was right and somebody was wrong, or somebody capitulated and then somebody stood their ground. That's it. It don't add nothing to the conversation. It's not a productive thing to say that he's his brother. It's not a productive thing to say that he ain't his brother.
Right.
Whether or not Taz is a brother to brother polite is wholly insignificant. Wholly insignificant. So why die on that hill? Why create that perception? Like, why even give anybody, listeners, haters, whoever, those talking points? For what? It's unhealthy. It's bad for the dialogue. It's bad for the channel. Like a lot of this shit, even with, you know what I'm saying, Anonymous quitting and all this other. Anonymous don't need to quit because of a beef between Taz and fucking Yara. So what? Niggas is generalizing all Israelites. That's what niggas do. If you don't approach it from the and I'll defend it the same way I defend when the sisters talk about black men. You gotta approach it from the standpoint that's gonna bring the attention. Again, niggas can't be comfortable. I can't be like, well, not the you black men, the black men that no, all you niggas gotta feel this. So if we talking about Israelites, all you Israelites gotta feel this. Even if you the ones that's not doing it, because that's the way that you hold your brother accountable. You can't sit back and be like, I ain't one of them Israelites. You can't do that. Because if you saying he's your brother because he an Israelite, that mean it's the onus is on you. The accountability is more so on you to holler at him. And throughout this league, within the 4 seasons, in season 4, I can appreciate how niggas have shifted their mentality. Even with Chris apologizing and coming back and being a part of the, you know what I'm saying, being on the panel right now, it's a change in the way niggas is thinking. So niggas are becoming more, you know what I'm saying, accountable for each other and accountable for ourselves. But at the same time, just because there is this shift that's starting to happen, that don't mean that you take your foot off the gas. That don't mean that niggas should start feeling comfortable. If anything, what we've done this season is make niggas feel more uncomfortable with being on bullshit.
And I want to say one last thing. Well, another thing, not a last thing. Sorry about that. Capitalism is evil. It's inherently evil. Get over it. There you go, Domo. It's evil. It was introduced to us in an evil manner. It's evil. It's done. It's evil.
It's quitting too, bro. I think you know.
Ain't on left the lead.
Ain't none ain't quitting. I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, he ain't quitting, bro. That nigga
Yeah,
not
I
quitting.
don't. I gotta say, man, the problem right now, like I say, because I don't think he even understands the point yesterday I was trying to make. Because he don't like the fact, because like I told him, I don't want to call out the Israelite community. I won't do it. That was our agreement. But when the conversation is already that, it wasn't about me and him. So I don't know why he's upset and trying to make it about me and him. I ain't talked to him yet about it, but there's no reason to leave. I just ain't talked to him yet. But that shit wasn't about me and him. He got to stay out of Yara shit. I'm not talking about him, and I'm not talking about no other Israelites. Like I don't get why I gotta walk on eggshells talking about a community that doesn't walk on eggshells when they talking outside of their community. They don't talk about black people or non-Israelites in that way. So
let me guess. Anon got emotional as if he's done with the league.
He's still emotional. He's the fucking emotional wreck. He's a fucking crybaby. What the fuck you mean ain't shit to talk about? Don't talk that fly shit to me, nigga. I know it ain't shit to talk about because I bodied you and your motherfucking daddy yesterday. That's why it ain't shit to talk about. And I'm here again stunting on your quitting ass because it ain't shit to talk about. Nigga, why? Nigga, if ain't nothing to talk about, get your ass out my chat. That will make me the champ. Send me my trophy, nigga. Quitter.
You're getting emotional right now, bro.
Nigga, I do this shit for real, nigga. You tripping.
Just call Anon emotional. You being emotional right now.
That you call my passion emotional? He's here. He's here. Nigga, don't sit in the chat talking shit. He's here. Ain't shit to talk about.
Get on the panel, Anon.
So why are you here? Do we need to block you? Nigga? The fuck? I don't play with emotional crybaby niggas. You quitting, nigga?
You try to bring him back in the league, bro.
But niggas can't sit around and expect
my nigga can't quit. My nigga can't quit before his first debate, bro, over some panel shit, bro.
Bro, you need to quit, nigga. Man, let me stop.
Yeah, man. Like the thing is, I get that frustration because when you trying to show love to a nigga that's being like fuck you, it's easy to be like fuck you too. It's really easy to be like that. Like if I'm like, nah, bro, we need to talk because it ain't really bad. And you like, nah, nigga. Yeah. So I get it. It's easy to be like, if it's fuck me, then fuck you too.
Because look, this is how it really work, right? This is how it really works. He gonna stand with the Hebrew. The anonymous Hebrew is gonna stand with the other Israelite. That's the problem. You're dead, nigga. You died again. Fucking with Taz, you're gonna continue to die. You're gonna stand with that weirdo that promote child marriage, nigga. You're dead. You're dead. Stand with your Israelite brethren then, nigga. You keep missing the point. You keep missing the point, so keep missing it. Your Israelite brethren got your back. At least you're standing with the child predator ass motherfucking Hebrew Israelites like Battle Axe who's talking about children getting married. But you're going against me. That's who's standing with you. And that's what you standing with. When you get called on it, you don't like it, nigga. Don't come here talking shit to me. Got niggas on here. Well, I went against it. Yeah, you went against it. But you ain't go against it like you call yourself going against Taz. You ain't say you was going to quit the league if these Israelites don't stop getting up here sounding like creeps. You ain't say that.
You know, I know he didn't quit the league. He's in the chat.
You ain't, bro, shut the fuck up, nigga. Nigga, let him quit, nigga. Let him quit. It's that crybaby shit, bro. Look, bro, don't gaslight. You done came in the chat playing, nigga. If you wanted to talk, you wouldn't have said the shit you just said. So I'm just giving you the energy you looking for. I meant what I said in the beginning, nigga. I ain't did shit to you. But don't come here and try to stun on me, nigga. You tripping. I still ain't got no problem with you. But you got me fucked up. You the one with the problem. So I'll just give you what you're looking for. When you come down off your fucking emotional tirade, nigga, I'll still be here, little nigga. I'll still be here, and I'll still be the problem that I am now. I'll still be the same problem. I've been making niggas run. I've been making niggas quit. That's why niggas like you can't come up here and have a conversation. You'd rather stand down there with your brother, Battle Axe. Bye, nigga.
Shit getting out of hand, G. Shit getting out of hand. Battle Axe is starting shit in the lane.
He's not. Battle Axe ain't being shit. Battle Axe ain't starting nothing. I mean, if we just being 100% honest, Battle Axe is just a nigga that I can use my point to make. If
Yeah.
like these fucking hardcore weirdos don't get that negative energy. Them hardcore weirdo Israelites, niggas ain't saying shit to them. And then when you do, it's because somebody else already said something. Look at what's going on now. That nigga come in co-signing you, and it's the same weirdo that's part of the problem. But because you're all Israelites, you'll accept that cosign. You don't see a problem with that. I do.
Ain't no
I do.
accountability.
Niggas ain't gonna ever change their behavior as long as they get cosigns because of their doctrine.
Yo, what the hell? Bro, like you
I
tripping.
need some more papers.
You need to tell somebody who cares. Peace to the chat.
Hold on. What happened?
Yeah.
I finally got that nigga to his mama.
You gotta breathe. You gotta breathe.
Yeah, got him fed.
Well,
And got
nah,
him
Battle X down there talking shit, and I'm just making sure Anonymous understands that when I'm talking about Israelites, I'm talking about people like Battle Axe, and Anonymous is going to stand with Battle Axe. So how can you talk about something with me? I just keep it real. Like y'all make a separation of who you are. These niggas say so-called black, and we're not supposed to be insulted by that. These niggas shit on being black all the time, and that's okay. That's foul, bro. That's not okay. And when it gets called out, niggas get mad.
Yeah.
Go to champ. Clown champ.
Fuck you, nigga. Shut up. I'm talking to Taz. Now,
We can't hear.
Shit, I'm gonna hop off.
now, here go the
That
point.
nigga
man.
Astro said, "Fuck that shit."
Oh, that was Astro there already?
Hey, here go the point, man.
You got the floor.
All the other shit, nigga. I come to you as a brother in private, nigga. And we agree to some shit, nigga. Then between me and you, fuck the other shit. Between me and you, I expect that shit to be fucking upheld, nigga. Because I don't call you no male feminist. I don't get out here and support niggas like Battle Axe. I argue with Battle Axe. I don't sit here and support fucking pedophiles. I sit here and go in when Israelites act stupid. Because unlike other niggas, I've been at this shit for a minute, nigga. Just because I ain't built no fucking platform, nigga, I was doing this shit for years on Debate Talk for You. I'm not asking for your motherfucking appreciation either, nigga. I'm just telling you, nigga, I ain't out here doing that weird shit. I argue with the camps. I get alienated in other circles in Israelite communities because I don't support this shit. So for you to fucking do that shit yesterday, nigga, if you had a problem with fucking Yara or Battle Axe or fucking whoever the fuck else you talking about, then say that to them. Don't fucking tell me about, oh, you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm fucking comfortable with being uncomfortable every day because I'm an Israelite that go against the grain. What the fuck you talking about? I'm talking about what me and you agreed to. That's the fuck it. If you don't give a fuck about that, ain't shit to talk about.
What do you
Ain't
think
nobody
you
getting no
agreed
ride,
to?
baby, nigga. You said I had to.
Agreed to.
You said
That's
I had the floor.
that you ran it.
You said I had the floor.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
You keep on saying
You've been
I
talking for hours,
violated an
nigga.
agreement.
You've been talking for hours, nigga.
What agreement did I violate?
Nigga, whenever you get on these panels, nigga, it's not gonna go up as, oh, all Israelites. That was the agreement. And why? Now, since we talking about it, the agreement
that
was,
you
nigga,
blaming
the agreement was, here's the agreement though. Here's
You
why.
blaming me for that.
Here's why, nigga. Because you got a huge voice. And you
I
see
do have that agreement with you, but I didn't start
and you
that.
see other fucking
One at a time,
Israelites,
bro. One at a
and you
time.
see other fucking Israelites trying to go with you, trying to fight with you, yoking up and joining hands with you. That's fucking why, nigga.
Right. And so again, when I'm talking to you, when I'm dealing with you, I have not said that. When
Nigga, Yara was a part of the same fucking conversation.
No, Yara was the instigator.
I'm talking about in the agreement, nigga.
in that same presence,
So for
he was the
instance, when you
instigator.
replayed the shit, when you replayed
He was
the
the instigator
shit,
then
watch this.
too.
Watch this. Here's the problem, nigga. When you replayed the
Listen.
shit, the first shit that you heard when you jumped on was all these Bible thumper mammies and all these Bible thumping Israelite women, these Israelite bitches. Guess what, nigga? I gotta go fucking protect them too. So just how you got some shit to protect, I got some shit to protect. But I don't play no games and draw lines. All black women is what the fuck I protect.
But lines are being drawn.
You sat there and said that Israelite women aren't black women. So fuck them. That's
No,
what you did.
That's not what I said.
I can go back and play it, nigga.
But please do. Go get it. Cause you now you letting Yara paint a narrative for you. That's
I ain't
fine.
let Yara do shit. I ain't talked about. I'm talking
Go
about.
back and get it right now.
I'm talking about between me and fucking you.
Right. Go back and get it. So you can understand my point then and now. Because there was no me and you till you got in it. There was no me and you. You got in it for no reason. There was no reason for you to involve yourself with somebody who brought my grandma into it. That's wrong. I don't have the gloves come off for me once you start crossing that. You're not supposed to be talking about my grandma, bro. I don't owe nobody no respect that's talking about my grandmother.
So all Israelites talked about your grandma.
In that moment,
All Israelites talked about your grandma.
An Israelite elder did it.
All Israelites talked about your grandma.
An Israelite elder did it.
I said, did all Israelites talk about your grandma?
That's how I feel.
And all Israelite women disrespected your grandma.
Because if nobody gonna check him, bro, how am I supposed to feel?
How the fucking nigga gonna check him when y'all wasn't listening to nobody?
The same way it's easy to come in and blurt out shit and talk shit to me, bro.
Nigga, you wasn't even listening to what the fuck I was saying.
I heard you
Because
too.
I was saying it calm. This is why Damo kept saying, A9, stay out of it. Damo kept saying, A9, stay out of it. Because I was saying this. All I kept saying was this. All I kept saying was this. Nigga, don't make it about all Israelites. I said that several fucking times. That's all I kept fucking saying.
But
And then you turned it into your daddy. Get your daddy. You know, no, nigga, it's don't make it about all Israelites. Why? Because man to man, that's what the fuck we agreed to.
But he can make it about whatever he wants to.
Nigga, he didn't make it about all black women. That's you and him going at it.
Oh, he made it about my grandmother.
That's you and him going at it.
Right, he made it personal with me.
You and him.
Right.
Deal with him and his shit.
Right. So how does that ever spill over into you?
It spilled to me when you start trying to play with all Israelites. And I begged you over and over again to stop making it about all fucking Israelites.
So why isn't there anybody to say you need to stop fucking with him, period?
Nigga, that's you and him. Once again,
because here's the thing,
I'm telling
bro.
you what the problem is. You make
Right.
it about Yara.
I'm telling you that we agreed to.
You're justifying attacking a whole community because you and Yara was going at it.
No, I don't understand your community.
You don't, nigga, then don't talk about them.
2-3 minutes ago,
Talk
you
to the
just said
nigga that
you
you're
gotta.
talking to.
Why are
That's
you
the whole
out? Nah, bro, no, that's not how this
That's the whole
works.
point.
I'm
Because
not holding your community accountable.
There's an
I'm
actual
not holding your motherfucking community
going on.
accountable, nigga.
We're actually
accountable
arguing
to your
in our community.
What do
You
you
got
do?
camps. Watch this. So now I'm gonna teach you, and I've been told you this. You got camps, and then you got moderates.
Right,
You
you
got the
got
moderates. You got the moderates who are arguing with the camps. Listen to me. Listen so you can learn. Listen so you can learn. You got the moderates. You got the moderates that argue with the camps, and they actually say the shit that you're saying. Everybody on here know that Divine Prospect would agree with what you're saying.
Predator, bro.
One at a
Everybody,
time, bro.
nigga, and you called him shit. And you called him shit.
Predator.
You called him, nigga. Y'all was talking about all this Bible truth and all this shit. Nigga, that was you and him. Once again, nigga, that was you and him.
You're lying. You're lying.
That was you and him. Hold on, wait. So it was the whole community that was coming at you, or was it you and him?
Nigga, it's the whole community when you would sit there and let that nigga run his mouth about my people.
So when we get to that point, so when we get to that point, nigga, that means that we can't have any motherfucking agreement as brothers because you don't have enough self-control to say I'm dealing with Yara. Or I'm dealing with Battle Axe. A9 is not doing that. You don't have enough self-control to say, nah, nigga, in that particular moment, you don't got enough self-control to say, in that particular moment, If I go up like this, I'm now involving and including Anon, and Anon ain't doing that shit. Anon went out of his way to make sure that
He can include my grandmother. He can include my
you
wife.
heard me say that don't nobody need to be doing that. Have you went back and listened to the whole shit?
I didn't know you could lie with him.
And listen. I think one thing. Hold on, real quick.
That bitch ass nigga missing my wife, nigga, my grandmother, nigga. What are you talking about, man? Go ahead.
It's a distinction that was being made, right? It's a distinction that was actually being made. He wasn't saying what Taz was saying, and I want you to respond to this, Anonymous. He was saying that the way that Yara frames Israelite women different than he framed black women. He said that when Yara talk about black women, it's critical, right? But when they talking about Israelite women, that's when they talking about women they respect. You feel me? So that is what the criticism was in terms of the conversation. It wasn't all Israelite women are this and all Israelites in general is this. But he's saying when you talk about black women, that's when you talking shit. But it's only when you talking about Israelite women is when it's this conversation about all of this other shit.
And Anon, how many times have you talked about voodooists? How much shit did you talk about them?
I never talked about no.
No, don't respond to that nigga, bro. Don't respond to that nigga.
I just kicked his ass off. I ain't got time for that right now.
Yeah,
that was what I came up to talk about. That's why we're in an Israelite conversation. That's what you not giving credence. You go up and listen. You go and listen when I first came on. That was my point. The nigga tried to shit on me. He don't want to have a conversation. I came wrong. I said that. I came wrong if I want to have a conversation. But I didn't talk about that man family. You niggas can't say shit about that. You niggas can't check that.
I said it right there on the fucking panel.
You ain't say shit.
You will fucking lie.
Okay. So how many times do you think he said it? Hey, fam, how many times do you think he mentioned my family members?
And I said it multiple times, nigga.
The first time he said it, you didn't say anything.
The first time anybody said shit, I did. Look how long it took me to say shit about anything. The first thing out of your mouth, the first thing out of your mouth is go say that to them Bible thumping Israelite women. Go say that to them Bible thumping mammies. If I was gonna be emotional, I would have just jumped in right there. I sat there and let both of y'all say shit. The fuck are you talking about?
Again,
this was your
three different occasions.
This was your argument.
You're trying to spin it because later into it,
I clearly said it was wrong. I clearly said it was wrong.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go play it, bro. Because after the fact, after he did it, then you came back later because he did it multiple times.
Right.
The very first time he mentioned my grandmother was 3 sentences in when I mentioned Israelite mammies. His response was my grandmother.
Which was between
you ain't say shit.
Which was between you. I didn't say shit to neither. Did I say shit to either one of y'all?
Well, there's never a reason to say nothing to me. I'm not the Israelite. I'm not the Israelite.
Either one of y'all.
Why would there be a reason to say something to me?
The question. That's what you do best at this.
No, you didn't. You didn't. But I'm trying to figure out why would you ever need to say anything to me?
Because
I'm not the Israelite.
like I said, nigga,
I'm not the Israelite.
Because like I said, we had an agreement that we wasn't finna do no Israelite shit.
Right, we had an agreement that we wasn't crossing. My nigga, we had an agreement that we wasn't crossing lines. Saying the Israelite shit is crossing the line.
You making excuses.
You really think you niggas gonna say what you want to me and I'm not gonna respond?
That existed between you and me.
Bro, I'm asking you a question.
You making excuses for shit that exists between
you. Do you think I went into that agreement?
You and Yara shit is you and Yara shit.
Keep on going and going. I'm just trying to ask a question.
What's your question?
I allow for myself to make an agreement with you that allow Israelite men to attack my wife like Madon has, like Yara has, like Battle Axe has. Do you think that agreement covered that?
No. And have I made it clear that I go at them niggas? I made it clear, nigga, that I want Madon out the tanks, nigga. Battle Axe, I always argue with. Yara saying your grandmother, nigga, I said we ain't got to do that.
Later.
Yeah, because I was out of it until later. Until you wouldn't stop bringing Israelites.
After he said it.
Nigga, that was your personal argument until you made it about every fucking Israelite.
Again, you're attacking my grandmother. I'll absolutely acknowledge that.
Then
once you attack my fucking grandmother,
that you know what? Hey, now you got a fucking point. I should have fucking did better, nigga. I fucked up. That's all I want to fucking do.
I should have did better how?
By fucking having more self-control, nigga, and arguing with Yara and not making it about all of us. Why? Simply because we had an agreement, not because I want to fucking coddle the Israelites.
Argue with him saying what?
Nigga, whatever the fuck y'all was talking about.
No, because I'm saying you telling me what I'm supposed to respond with, so tell me I'm supposed to respond to a nigga talking about my fucking grandmother, my wife, me. How am I supposed to respond to that? You telling me, because you telling me don't respond to him as being an Israelite, but he can say that my platform is on here to take advantage of women. He can say that I'm on here trying to make money to go to the slot machines. He can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Hey, bruh. Hey, bro, listen. Hey, bro, hey, you fucking crybaby. Your man's on here attacking my lifestyle.
That's what
he's attacking my lifestyle.
That's what it turned into.
He's attacking my lifestyle.
Right. So I shouldn't have made the agreement with you. Got it.
You should have checked him about attacking my lifestyle.
That's where we at, nigga.
You should have checked him about attacking my lifestyle. I said 3 times.
It is what it is.
You should have checked him about attacking my lifestyle.
Run with the crybaby narrative.
Why can everybody else get attacked?
On YouTube, nigga.
I know.
I'm gonna live in real life as an Israelite. That's the point you keep forgetting, and I keep telling you that. I told you this man to man, nigga. Like all of that other shit.
I told you man to man, I'm not going, bro.
I live in real life.
I didn't make an agreement with you that so Israelites can attack me, bro.
So and I didn't support him in multiple Israelites.
You clearly support him. You support it right now, nigga.
And multiple
you
Israelites.
Support it right now.
And now, once again, gaslight.
You support it right
now. That's
what
you got, nigga. That's what you do good. Do what you best at.
If you say so.
Do what you best at.
You sound like you support it.
But when it comes to talking about building and shit, nigga, when you ready to really do that, give me a call, nigga, because that's what the fuck I'm going to be doing. All the rest of this shit is fucking childish. And I told you that.
I know. And I don't disagree that it's
childish.
You
make the space on YouTube, nigga.
Disagree
I make the space in real fucking life.
Take that energy to A9. Hey, take that energy to Yarod, nigga. I want to see you turn up on Yarod.
Nigga, that was you and him.
You can't check
You're
me.
You're wanting me to fight him when you and him is arguing.
And fuck what you talking about.
You're wanting me to fight you
and him. Turn up on him, little nigga. You can't turn up on me. Turn up on him.
Asked you multiple times to keep Israelites out of it.
I can't even respect you attempting to turn up on me.
Fuck no more.
Until you turn up on him.
You didn't respect me yesterday. How would I expect you to
turn up on him? You didn't respect me.
You didn't respect me yesterday. Why would I expect you to respect me now? Why the fuck would I expect you to respect me now? What does your respect mean to me, nigga, when you didn't respect me yesterday?
You didn't respect me.
Bet, nigga, all I've done is shown you respect. Real fucking talk.
Not getting in my business.
My nigga,
not getting in my business, it ain't.
Watch
not getting in my business.
All I've done
is trying to cry for Yarod.
All you had to do,
I ain't had no problem with you, nigga.
To me and you, all you had to
do
no
problem with you.
Apologize.
You want to stand with Yarod, nigga? Fuck you and him, nigga.
You apologize to me multiple times for being disrespectful.
Right, and I won't apologize
this time, nigga, because I don't disrespect you. But when you get mad, you go out of your fucking way to disrespect me.
I apologize.
That's your fucking fault, nigga.
When I was,
so it fucking is what the fuck it is, nigga.
This time,
and do your stream. But at the end of the day,
your daddy needs to apologize, little nigga. Go turn up on your motherfucking daddy, scary nigga. Cause you ain't got nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing. You think you can get loud and talk that fly shit to me? Go do that shit to y'all. Shut the fuck up. Talking to tech. Watch this. Shut up, nigga. Go away, nigga. Quit, nigga. Talk that fly shit to Yara. You can't do that shit to Taz. And if you want to hold Taz accountable, at least try to hold Yara accountable at some point. At least try. Because you're not going to let somebody sit around and disrespect Taz and then say, well, we had an agreement. I didn't agree to let motherfuckers disrespect me or my family. While you sit back and try to hold Taz to an agreement. That's crazy. You can't check your mans, you can't check me, period. So I hear you turning up on me. I'm done with you. Now you got to go turn up on him. He was right there in it. He was involved. He incited it. He got it started. Niggas ain't gonna turn up on niggas then wonder why they get called out for it. The fuck up. Can't fucking check me, nigga. Fucking sitting here respecting you, even starting this conversation. And what you do, come in the chat running your mouth, nigga. We could have deaded the shit. What you say? Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to say. You came in your best dress, nigga. You better quit playing, nigga. Did shit to you niggas. But when niggas start talking that crazy shit, you don't want nobody to respond. It's wrong, nigga. And I'm not going. You know, I talk about my fucking family, then put limits on how I respond. You crazy. You wrong as fuck, nigga. You trying to put a limit on me for how I respond to a nigga disrespecting me and mine, and you ain't got nothing to say to him? That's coward shit, nigga. I kicked your ass off because you don't know how to quit crying. Nigga, you a fucking crybaby. So if ain't shit to talk about, I just helped you by kicking you off. You fucking crybaby. Nigga, you just came up here to whine. Nigga, I'm trying to at least get to the point where you understand my point. You a fucking emotional wreck, a fucking crybaby. That's why you need to go pray and read your Bible or some shit. You got me fucked up. Fucking sitting here finna kiss you niggas' ass. When you hear this motherfucker disrespecting me to the best of his ability and you had nothing to say, you waiting on me to respond. You better not say Israelite in your response. Come on, bruh. No. Another fraudulent Israelite right here.
Niggas, you ain't talking about me, Taz, on some real
Another
stuff.
fraudulent Israelite, another woman hater.
Hey, man. What's up, man? What's up?
Another woman hating Israelite.
Hey, what's up with y'all, man? We ain't paying attention to fools today. What's going on, Domo? What's going on, Blue? What's going on, Gold Mine? What's going on? Shalom, what y'all doing?
Where you see some fools at? Ain't no fools,
I mean,
man.
listen, bro. Like, I mean, I fuck with Anonymous, bro. Like, that's my nigga. But you, I mean, like, I've been saying this though. Y'all gotta stop defending like y'all niggas. Like, just really being like, man, nah, I said something about it. Nah, bro, it's not reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. It's like, yeah, you kind of speaking up and saying, well, nah, you shouldn't say that, and then you going off on me about what I say about Israelites. That's not. It's not even. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only shit. You can't tell a nigga how you gonna respond to a nigga disrespecting him. Period. Like, even like that's what that nigga Yashar, or not Yashar, my apologies, Yashar, Bashir did when a nigga, like, when I get on the platform and I just start asking questions, this nigga, well, why you not saying peace, brother, now? Because I don't fuck with you like that. Like, what you expect of me is, like, you can't inject. And for real though, like, just as somebody who fuck with this league, fuck with the niggas in this league, Anonymous, you can't inject, like you said, your agreement and what you expect of him in a beef between them two. That's just the reality of it. So the shit that he say, you may disagree with the shit that he say, but it ain't your place to put yourself in a position to be like, well, I got a problem with you because of something you said to him and y'all beef. Because when the nigga Taz say, why you ain't say nothing to your mans, then you say, well, that's y'all beef. All right, so if it's our beef, then why you saying something to me? Like, we handling this. Let us, you know what I'm saying, work this out. You feel me? Like, I mean, I feel like when it comes to this, like, well, you can't say it about all Israelites, bro, like, you gonna have to get over that shit.
I mean, I'm not even one of them people who do that shit, bro.
No,
that's what I don't like about that shit, because it's painting a false narrative. Like, I'm really the one that's, bro. There's people out here that talk about Israelites every day, bro. That's one time, one conversation that I feel like Israelites need to be stepping up, checking shit, and they don't. But if you want to go up on, so it's niggas on this platform that go on Israelites more than me. That's bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. Like, I get the fact that, like, I wouldn't lump Anonymous in with the motherfucking camp Israelite. I don't think Anonymous is like a Tazariak or some shit like that. I don't. But that means when I'm talking about the Israelites that move like a Tazariak or somebody else, I'm not talking about you. Like, that's the understanding that we gotta have. Like, limiting what a nigga gonna say. You know what I'm saying? That's the same way I feel like when the sisters be saying shit about black men. I know you're not talking about me.
Bro, I disagree with everything Tazariak say, damn near, bro. And me and him had the same type of arguments where I said that same type of shit. And I don't think that it's the worst thing ever because niggas don't respect when motherfuckers saying so-called black, the so-called black man, because that's where me and him had our biggest falling out. Stop calling us so-called black, but then thinking we gotta respect Israelite. That's bullshit. And we're not allowed to defend blackness from Israelite culture. And sometimes that's all I was kind of saying. And like I said, I even admitted I admitted I did it wrong. That's as far as I can go. Because that still don't open up the door for you to bring my grandma into it.
And
I
y'all,
open it up
and y'all
wrong.
niggas,
I just want to say
and y'all
this
niggas
too,
don't be
man.
saying shit about when that nigga be talking about Africa. So I don't give a fuck.
If
Y'all
we
niggas
got
don't be saying
personal
shit when that nigga be
issues,
talking about Africa, nigga.
Yeah, we do.
That nigga be that Africa. Niggas don't be
I
saying shit.
disagree. Yeah, they do, bro. I get
hey,
tired
if
of
we
this shit.
got personal issues, if we got
I ain't
issues
heard that
between
shit.
one
I
another, we
apologize.
gotta
I'll take that back.
handle them
But I ain't heard.
the correct way. We wouldn't be going through these stuff that we're going through today. We
They
wouldn't be
do.
sitting here complaining about, well,
We
I was
debating on Monday, man.
what?
Yeah, no, we ain't debating, nigga.
Man, like I
There's
was
nothing
saying,
to
man,
debate.
before Blue rudely cut me off,
share
man.
this
There's
screen.
nothing
guys
to
gotta
debate.
hey man, you guys gotta learn how to talk to each other, man. Taz, if you got a problem with people, stop generalizing Israelites and just call out the people you're talking about so you can avoid all the extra problems by Israelites that ain't got nothing to do with you talking
So that
about.
means everybody need to stop generalizing.
Yeah. If
Right. So
everybody got
let's say that
look
then.
at we
So
got
say
look,
everybody needs, because
look,
don't just put that on me.
all right,
Everybody
all right,
That's been my
generalize.
track record. That's been my track record.
gotta
That's been
stop
my track record the whole time I've been here. Get at who you mad at. That's who I am. That's been me off rip, nigga. Now, I'm moving around. I'm not in a position to share. I'm gonna give you the timestamps of what I'm talking about. All right. You can start. You can start like at 156.50. I don't care, right? But I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about, and then I'm through with it, right? Call me a bitch, pussy, crybaby, all that extra shit.
We gotta
I'm
start
doing that in
putting
response
names
to
so
what
we
you
can see
do.
who's
This the point that I'm making.
Nah, don't do that, because I did
No,
that in response to what you do.
I appreciate that. All right, Akmalak, let me get this off. So this is the point that I'm making. Yara, not perfect, right? I'm not condoning nothing. It didn't turn into nothing with me and you until you're telling me that I need to get my daddy and I get to all this Israelite shit. But I'm gonna be honest with you, off rip, Yara never said nothing about black women as a collective. Now, if you want to say that him arguing with the sister back and forth, that he disrespected her and somehow, you got the right to say that. We could disagree, agree, whatever. But the one thing he didn't do was say black mammies, all of that. You came on the panel saying you're Bible thumping mammies and you're Bible thumping Israelites. For me, that was strike one. Because whatever's going on between you and Yara, that's inappropriate. And so then he comes back and says your grandmother. Now, if I'm being honest, I didn't think that he was talking about F your grandmother or something like that. I thought he was initiating or talking directly to your grandmother being a Christian, because that's what's taught, or that's what's actually been said around here. When we talk about Bible thumping, we talk about your grandma's.
Do this, man. This nigga ain't in the league no more.
We talking about your grandma's Christianity. Now, I'm not giving nobody a pass, but when I'm listening, that's what I'm thinking while I'm listening. But through the whole time, even when you go back and listen, I'm not saying nothing on either side, because I felt both of y'all was out of pocket for how y'all was dealing with each other. Y'all didn't have to get there. But then it goes up, and now both of y'all are doing what the fuck y'all gonna do. Taz is being Taz, and Yara is being Yara. The only time it gets into an issue is even when we get to the 207 mark, and you already up, and you talk about these Israelite bitches and these Israelite mammies. Them ain't black women. That's what you said. I just went and listened to it again. That's you drawing a line between the Israelite community and the black community. And I do my best not to do that.
This is crazy.
I'm not giving nobody no pass for shit.
You are. You are.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. So
he introduced that, Anon, not me.
Who introduced that?
Yara introduced that.
Introduced
His
what?
deflection was, Taz, you trying to control black women and say they shouldn't be Israelites. And I never said anything remotely close to that.
So that gives you the right to say fuck them Israelite bitches?
Way after he started dissing my whole family, talking about black. It was all, I was wrong. I'm not even gonna make excuses for that. I was wrong for saying that. I don't even want to begin to make excuses for that. I said that coming on. But before that, the point of contention was about how you treat black women who ain't under your Bible, under your paradigm. The whole point about Mammy was to say, hey, you wouldn't be arguing with her or talking over her if she was a Bible woman or a Israelite woman. You would show her a level of respect. That was the point. And like I said, I delivered it wrong. I said it wrong. The way I brought it was negative. Cool, you can say all of that. None of that meant it's okay to say my grandmother's Christian, my grandma. You don't know shit about my grandma, and you don't know how I'm gonna respond to my grandma even being mentioned, nigga.
And I agree with that.
And that for me, once you don't say shit about that, then I don't see how you can say shit about anything else.
Because you included me in the conversation when you say all Israelites. And that's all I'm telling you. When I
weren't you talking?
But when I kept,
were you talking?
No, not at first. I wasn't saying anything. You
hadn't said nothing, and I just brought you in it.
You brought in all Israelites. That's what I'm saying. You include me when you start saying I'm
the statement I made when I said all Israelites.
Man, listen.
I needed to, because I haven't listened to
said
it.
Anything. At that point, I had not said anything.
I'm asking you, what was the statement that I made when I said all?
You said I'm going to go up on all you Israelites, all you pedophile Israelites. All of you, and you wouldn't use very different.
So why does that? So wait, so are you a pedophile Israelite?
No. Let me.
So
finish.
So wait, so how am I talking about you? Are there Israelites? You're wrong, bro.
Allow me to finish.
Go ahead.
Allow me to finish. And then it went from that to various other adjectives, and it was the point of I'm going to do this to all of you Israelites. That's what you kept saying. I'm going to do this to all of you Israelites.
Are we arguing at that point?
You said it multiple times.
Come on, bro. Come on,
bro. How do now?
What's being said to me here?
Are you the type of person that gets mad and goes and does streams and cook whole communities? Yes or no?
No, not for one like this.
Come on, Taz.
Not for this. No.
Come on.
That's why I'm live here, right? No.
But I'm supposed to know where you draw the line on who you post to, on who you gonna do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. I've been dealing with you for less than 6 months. I've been dealing with you for less than 6 months.
Motherfucker, you deal with me in the background. Right. So you know motherfucking well I ain't gonna take this shit to my channel and turn it into something else. You niggas belong in the debate league.
That's an excellent point. I deal with you in the background. And in the background, my nigga, the agreement was that wasn't gonna happen. So when it does happen, I'm like, this is something new.
I didn't know nobody was gonna mention my grandmother either.
You right, fam.
I didn't know none of that either.
You right.
I didn't know Israelites would make me feel uncomfortable on panels either. Like some of this shit, it don't have nothing to do with you. You putting yourself in something that I didn't mean for you, and you're wrong for that.
And I'm supposed to know that when you're continually saying all Israelites, and then watch this. When I say you don't got to say all Israelites, then you say, well, you better get your daddy then. Because if you, and then you say, and then you said, no, then this is specifically what you said. This is specifically what you said. And then I'm going to get anybody that's standing next to him. That's what the fuck you said.
Well, right. That's me. That's now you talking about what I do.
So that's you. So that's you. So then automatically, then that's you talking to me.
Right.
Been doing this shit
at
that me, bro. 4 fucking seasons, bro. Move the fuck along, bro.
Man,
just move on.
Hey, this is y'all gotta handle this shit behind scenes,
this shit bro. Going on. Y'all niggas been doing this shit to me, bro. 4 seasons.
Doing what to you?
4. This exact. I mean, what you think?
Doing what to you? What I've been doing to you for 4 seasons, bro?
Y'all niggas take some slick shit. You get into it with Lex, and then you come talking to me about trying to hold some other shit accountable. So now he telling you to hold Yara accountable the way you try to make me hold Lex accountable. Weak
Hey,
ass
hold
niggas.
on, but at the end of the day, man,
Get
these
y'all ass
niggas
on, bro.
got
Just
this
move
offline.
on, bro.
Your punk ass up, nigga. Ain't nobody talking to you, nigga. I'm talking to Tam.
I don't even know what we doing right now,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you why it's a difference. I'm gonna tell you why it's a difference.
It ain't no difference. Niggas
I
just be
need
bitching.
him to know why I said what I said. I don't have
Y'all ain't handle this.
Bro, listen, hold on a second. Let me say this. Because even Yara here now, fucking Yara don't even come back the next day with shit. So I can't have a problem with Anon knowing Yara trolling punk ass don't give a fuck like that. So I don't know why Anon give a fuck like that.
First of
all, let me say this real quick, and then I'm gonna jump off because I got better things to do to deal with low level niggas.
You ain't supposed to be
when you came on, when you brought your punk ass on, get into a conversation. If you disagree with how I dealt with the sister, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
But you came in the stream talking about y'all Israelite madness, and so when I asked you what the fuck did you mean, you said any woman. That's an Israelite. Hold on. You said any woman. You said any woman that's an Israelite. When I asked you what the
okay, so I'll just put your bitch ass in the back because I ain't playing. Bitch ass.
Hey
nigga.
man, this is why y'all got.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the back too, nigga. What happened? And I'll play it if I need to. What
nigga,
actually happened?
You already agreed. You said that, and then he said something about your grandma.
No, bruh. That's not what happened.
No, you came
when
in
I
and said
came,
that.
okay, so I'll put you in the back. When I came on and said that, I said I was wrong. But it didn't just jump to that. Instead of letting me qualify my statement, you called me a white supremacist. You called me a white man. You never let me qualify what I meant by mammy. That's why it went up. Because not only did I say it wrong and now we arguing, but now you calling me a white man, you calling me a white supremacist, and you never wanted to deal with what I actually meant by saying mammy. Don't fucking lie. Don't come playing and don't trip, nigga.
It don't fucking matter what you meant by it. It's a derogatory term. It don't matter. If you're addressing an Israelite woman other than an Israelite woman or a black woman, you're a wrong piece of shit. And that's the bottom line. Stop trying to justify your bullshit. It doesn't matter how you fucking define it. It doesn't matter what you meant by it. It wasn't a good conversation for your own benefit. Positive. My mother is an Israelite. My sister is an Israelite. I have 2 daughters that are Israelites. Fuck your grandmother, nigga.
Right.
Hey,
say that shit again.
Whoa. Right.
Hey,
call him a fucking man.
Hey man, we gotta cut it into this, man. So
That's too far.
Yeah, we can't say fuck people's grandmother, bro. That's just what that is. I'm not saying fuck that man's grandmother. I disagree with how he came at our Israelite sisters, but I'm not finna say F that man's grandmother. But I will say this. What? No, baby, because we're getting ready to go. But just like you can't nobody tell you how to respond, I can't say that I'm gonna tell him how to respond. Now I'm gonna say for me, I'm not doing that. And I don't ride with that, and I'm not finna do that. But I am gonna say this though. You told me.
You see how weak that energy is?
You told me. Hold
Do
on.
you see how weak your energy is? Do you know your weak ass self?
I don't give a fuck how much you give.
Well, you are a fucking pathetic man, nigga. Now you just had the floor to check your elder.
Bitch ass nigga.
You just had the floor to check your elder and you fall because you're a weak, fucking pathetic man, nigga. I just gave you the floor to check him and your whole tone lowered. Yeah, we can't do this. We can't talk like this. That ass nigga with that smoke that you think you can have for me. Fuck what you and him talking about. Come on and cry. Come on and cry now. You're dead fucking with Taz. I told you I won't embarrass you and your community. You're dumb. Nigga.
Taz.
Dumb.
Y'all rock. Y'all should have this.
Fuck you, nigga. You just told me not to tell you how to respond.
Hey,
now you want me to be a hypocrite? You telling me to tell another man how to respond?
On his
with you?
motherfucking paradigm.
Fuck this stream.
Now,
I'm
he's
shutting
talking
all this
about your
fucking
wife.
shit down.
He's talking about your wife, Osmalot. He's talking about Battle Axe wife. He's talking about anybody connected to you that's a female, that's an Israelite. I don't give a fuck what he call them. If you ain't calling them anything but black and a sister and an Israelite, fuck you, nigga.
Every black woman in an Israelite.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga.
Every
And
black
I'll
woman ain't
piss
an
on
Israelite.
anybody that don't like it.
But you saying it's okay for
Every black woman ain't an Israelite.
But you saying
Sorry.
it's okay for you to disrespect women.
No, the fuck I ain't.
And then he asked you something about your grandmama. Now you
No, I'm not.
For our women. Fuck you,
No,
nigga.
I'm not. I said I was wrong for that.
Then
And
you
I
should have
just told
said,
him
you
he
should
was
have said,
wrong. Hold on,
To
wait,
the
hold
point
on,
where,
hold on, wait,
hey,
hold on.
I just kick y'all crybabies off my shit, nigga. What the fuck you mean? I said I was wrong. That nigga came back and doubled down on talking about my grandma, nigga. To the point where I just fell back like, oh, he said it again. But oh, that stung. But I was wrong the first time. Why would I repeat the behavior? I responded wrong the first time. Why would I repeat it? That's growth, little niggas. That's growth. That's what you call growth. You fucking little remedial Bible thumpers. That's called growth. I know I was wrong yesterday, so why would I come back today and say, fuck your mama, fuck your grandma, fuck them Israelite bitches? Why?